She can pogo stick and jump rope at the same time.
She had that pogo stick and she wanted to be in a show between
the professional tournaments.
Yeah.
And she was determined that she was going to be able to, in third grade, learn to pogo stick jump rope.
She wanted to be part of the halftime entertainment show. So we had to watch her pogo stick for days on end to get prepared for that. Everything she does or gets involved in, she wants it to be the best.
From the competitiveness side comes from having a twin brother and a brother that is 21 months older than what she is. She was the only girl and she kind of grew up, at a very young age, playing sports with her brothers, being on the same teams with her brothers. And that gave her, I would say, even more of a drive to get better and improve in whatever the sport that she was playing.
We lived in Texas until I was about 7, and when we moved back up to Michigan, my brother actually needed a new sport to play. So he started playing tennis because he couldn't play fall baseball anymore. And after he started to play tennis, he absolutely loved it. So I just decided to try out a few classes, and I fell in love with it too, ultimately. I ended up having some recurring shoulder pain when I was about 15 and 16 that just kept nagging me. I tried physical therapy, was in and out of that for a really long time, but nothing seemed to really click. Ultimately, my senior year, I decided to go ahead and have surgery to basically tighten my shoulder. So there was no way I was going to be able to play because the recovery was about 6 or 7 months.
She started volunteering at our local tennis center, actually hitting left-handed with the little kids and, the very young children. And it was actually really good for her because it kind of gave her something to focus on while she was recovering from the injury and kind of brought her out of the gloom and doom of dealing with an injury.
I always felt she could do things left-handed. She plays golf left-handed, so she has a natural ambidexterity. Working it out on the tennis court with the little kids started it. And then we had opportunities to try to develop it in a fairly short period of time to get her back on court and give it a chance.
I had to use a goofy looking one-handed backhand. Ultimately, I kept getting better each week in practice as I was just kind of hitting as a joke. And my coach came to me and said, "Do you want to try actually playing in the lineup?" And I was like, absolutely. And I just wanted to have my right arm as a safety net. But I knew I couldn't because I would risk injuring myself even further. In practice, I needed to focus every minute just to try to get as much out of it as I could and not getting down on myself when obviously things weren't going to go perfectly.
It turned out really nice for her. She made a difficult situation with the injury turn into something positive for herself and her team.
Being compassionate is something that I've definitely gotten better at through volunteering, and I know that I can still improve on that every day, but I think that it's just a good opportunity to give back because I've had so many chances in my life that have been given to me, and so I really enjoy having that chance to help others.
She really started volunteering actually still when she was in high school. She started volunteering here in the local hospital. She would deliver the food trays into the patients on certain days of the week.
Seeing the difference in the support system people had. Some people had their whole family in their hospital room and laughing and talking, but other people, even children, were in the hospital alone, and me bringing flowers to them was the highlight of their day. Every little interaction with someone is something that I can do to maybe make their day a little bit better. So I just think that first experience in the hospital really taught me that I could make a difference.
Since COVID happened, she hasn't been able to do as many of the in-person volunteering opportunities, and that's been different. And I think when she first started to do some of the, I would say, more remote volunteering opportunities, it was harder because she wasn't, it's harder to know that you're actually making a difference.
One of the big things I do there is write letters to hospice patients who can't have visitors right now. And I never realized how much it meant to them, but I actually just found out this week that one of my patients sat there and read them with one of her nurses and just loves getting the letters, which made me feel really good about myself.
You just don't get a better kid than her. You're not gonna outwork her. You're not gonna outshine her in the community or in the classroom. Like, those things are just traits you can't really, teach someone, that just are inherent to who she is as a human being. And it just makes your culture and your program so much better when you have kids like that.
She's always had this tremendous drive to perform the best she can and to really bring out the best in the people that she's around.
Caroline really exhibits that it's not just about the X's and O's on the tennis court. Her journey through the college ranks has been way more than that, and I think that's really important to our program as well.
It's been so full of so many great moments. Having the opportunity to be around people who I know support me. They're some of my best friends in the entire world.
There's a lot of little quirks that make up Caroline, and I found myself in tears laughing about them on trips. It's not just, hey, I'm gonna show up and get a couple hours here, I'm gonna do that. No, it's like above and beyond. She just excels in everything.